Dear students, in my previous video I have taught you that second phase of British conquest in India. With reference to this conquest, I would like to mention three important states, powerful state we can say, that was existed that in southern India. First one Mysore, second one Maratha, and third one Hyderabad. And Britishers wanted to occupy. That time Wellesley came to India. Lord Wellesley, very competent Governor General, and when he came to India that time, what was the European condition, European scenario I would like to mention. That time Napoleon Bonaparte Napoleon Bonaparte was very emerging personality and very popular personality in European politics. His dream was there. He wanted to occupy rest of the world, and he had dreamed that one day he will be the supreme boss of Europe. And I think England already very powerful country, and England had colony in Asia and Africa, and England was also very powerful country. Trade and commerce flourished the rest of the world. So rivalry came between England and France. In that circumstances, Lord Wellesley came to India. So Lord Wellesley had two targets. First objective was there, how British supremacy will be established in India. And second, his target was there, how all French will be expelled from India. Two target, first one, how British supremacy will be established in India. Second target was there, how French will be eliminated from India. Two target he had taken. And he had introduced one new policy that is known as subsidiary alliance. What do you mean by subsidiary alliance? It was a policy of annexation, but not by weapons, not by gun, by one policy. What was the subsidiary alliance? Going to explain. According to the subsidiary alliance, if any princely state will agree with this alliance or will agree on subsidiary alliance, so company will protect respective princely state by internal disturbance or external aggression. Let me explain what is internal disturbance and what is external aggression. Dear students, internal disturbance means, suppose any king is there or any queen is there in any respective princely state, and people of respective princely state going to revolt against respective king or queen. So this is known as internal disturbance. Like in India, suppose Indian going to revolt against Indian government, so that is internal disturbance. External disturbance means, external aggression means, suppose one princely state going to attack on second one. Other example, suppose China will attack on India or India will attack on China. So that is known as external aggression. I think you are clear. So company promise that if internal disturbance will be there or external aggression will be there, in both circumstances company will protect that princely state. I think you are clear. In place of this protection, company imposed some rules and regulation that had to followed by respective princely state who is going to sign or going to agree with Wellesley subsidiary alliance. There are four 5 points are there I would like to teach you. According to the provisions of the subsidiary alliance, respective princely state foreign policy will be decided by British East India Company. Means which princely state will agree with subsidiary alliance or sign on subsidiary alliance. So, respective princely state foreign policy will be decided by Britishers. First point clear. Second, respective princely state will have one fraction of British army in respective princely state. That army will reside there for the protection of the respective king or queen, and salary of respective troops, respective army will be levied on respective princely state. Means that princely state will pay all expenses that will be coming on the troops. Troops means a fraction of army. Next point was there, one British resident means a British officer will be residing in the respective princely states. And next point, without the permission of East India Company, respective princely state will not appoint any European people in their civil administration or in their army. I think clear. The target was there कि no French will be appointed. I think clear. And if all the term and condition will be followed in that circumstances, that princely state will be full protected by British East India Company. I think my students are getting. Suppose if any foreigner will be living in your court, so definitely your sovereignty will be affected. Your foreign policy will be decided by Britishers. It means princely states sold their sovereignty in place of protection of the state. I think clear. So this is subsidiary alliance. I think all my students are very much familiar regarding this. Next policy introduced by Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie was Governor General. I think you people are very much familiar regarding Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie, some his work like railway, telegraph, modern by introduced by him. By that only modernization taken place. I think you know. So what was the doctrines of lapse? Like subsidiary alliance, doctrines of lapse was a policy of annexation introduced by Lord Dalhousie. What was there? According to this policy, if any princely state, king or queen not having biological son, means not having natural son, then his or her princely state will be annexed by Britishers. Clear? And by that policy, many princely states were annexed. Satara, Jhansi, Udaipur, Sambalpur, many states, princely states were annexed. So, dear student, I would like to teach you before doctrines of lapse, what was the system in Indian continent. I think you know that Indian society had some traditional system, and today also you can see also what is the traditional system. Suppose your mahens are not having any biological son, so I can adopt any my successor, because one day I'll be old one. So definitely when I'll be old one, who will take care about me? So one successor required, one hire required. Suppose own son not having, so I can hire my brother's sons, sister's sons. Means any relatives can be adopted. I think you are familiar about this Indian tradition. Lord Dalhousie told that if any princely state not having biological son, so adopted son will be not allowed to not allowed for new succession. I think you are clear. And by that one, many princely states were annexed. So only this much I'd like to conclude my lecture. And next day I'll come with another video. Thank you.